Do not let yourself be guided by the feelings of lust or love. These were the words of Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary samurai in Japan. He did not just say them, but he lived by these principles in his pursuit of mastery in swordsmanship. He had his first fight at the age of 12 and he won. He went on to fight a total of 60 duels and never lost any, a record still respected till this day. Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary samurai, was not just a swordman, but a writer, a philosopher and strategist. His teachings over the years have helped people become better in self-discipline and at life generally. Without further ado, let's talk about one of his guiding principles using the Trojan War as a case study. Do not let yourself be guided by the feelings of lust or love. If that's the case, then what is love? Love can be a bit tricky to define, but one can describe love as an intense feeling of deep affection. Therefore, love is an emotion, just like anger, fear, envy, kindness, contempt, just to mention a few. But of all these, love is the strongest of them all. Love murders. Love sends countries to war. Love destroys empires. And love can also do impeccable things. But why did Musashi say do not let yourself be guided by the feelings of lust or love? Remember the Trojan War? A war that lasted for 10 years and the Troy Empire destroyed. Well, it all happened because of love or lust, as you may call it. The Trojans came to Sparta to sign a treaty. As it was customary by the laws of hospitality in ancient Greece, they were given lodging and entertained with banquets and gifts. The city of Sparta was ruled by Menelaus as the king, and he was married to Helen. Helen was beautiful, ingenious, and charming. Some say she was the most beautiful woman on earth as at that time. Hence, she was fondly referred to as the beautiful Helen. When Paris, the dashing Trojan prince, saw Helen, he fell in love with her, and so did Helen. Soon afterwards, they began their illicit meeting. And on one occasion, Helen confesses her love for Paris, and Paris did the same. And so the flame of passion began to burn. When the treaty between Troy and Sparta was signed, the Trojans were set to depart. But on the night before they departed, Paris asked Helen to come to Troy with him, and Helen accepted the proposal without any hesitation. They were madly in love and felt nothing can stop them. So, in that moment, Paris made a decision based on love and lust, which he will pay dearly for it. Menelaus, the king of Sparta, discovers the truth, and all hell was let loose. He felt disrespected, humiliated, and played by the Trojans. Menelaus was enraged, and so the battle line was drawn. Menelaus sought the help of his brother Agamemnon, leader of the Greek, and they set out on the expedition to bring back Helen. The ensuing war, which will eventually last for a decade, began. Meanwhile, Paris' elder brother Hector is totally unaware that Paris had Helen of Sparta on the boat. In the middle of the sea, Paris meets Hector and lays bare his secret. Hector could not believe his eyes. He immediately knew the grave consequences of Paris' actions. But it was too late. Turning the ship and taking Helen back to Sparta, his brother Paris would be killed. Unfortunately, Hector lost his life in the series of events that will occur as a result of Paris' actions. In the end, Paris eventually did die, and the city of Troy was invaded. All this could have been avoided if only the young handsome Paris had thought his actions through, and tamed his lust and respected the fact that Helen was married, and not allow his emotions get the better of him. It feels good when we do things based on love or lust. Momentarily it may feel right, but it doesn't always mean it is best. Musashi urges us to always do things using the logical scale. He believed our emotions are fleeting and for that it is not always the best scale to use. Lust and love make us irrational and unpredictable, simply because we reduce the allocation of our decision-making afforded to logic, and replace it with the uncontrollable emotions of lust and love. So no matter how we feel in love about something, it should not be the core basis of our decisions, because in the end, our actions determine who we are and not our feelings. Emotions is the language of the unconscious mind, for it is intoxicating. But logic is the language of the conscious mind. Remember to always use your conscious mind. Thanks for watching and please subscribe, like and share to help us grow. See you again soon.